Hello, boys and girls, and welcome to math class. While you are waiting for a class to start, please solve the following problems and we will go over them in a few minutes. At this time, I would just allow them to complete these problems and either answer in the chat box or in a notebook, and then we would discuss them before class or as soon as class started. All right, who would like to read today's objectives for us? Oh, thank you so much. So today we will use math drawings to represent equal groups and relate to repeated addition. Thank you for reading that. All right, let's take a look here, friends. We have up here repeated addition is. Who would like to read what repeated addition is? Oh, okay. Thank you so much for volunteering. Adding the same number multiple times in order to find the answer to a multiplication problem. For example, finding the answer to 4 times 3, and this is how we say it, 4 times 3. The little x here means times. 4 times 3 equals 12. So we have 4 boxes here, 1, 2, 3, 4. And in each box, we have 1, 2, 3 baseballs. You notice every single box has the same number, the same amount of baseballs. Each one has 3. So we have 4 times 3 up there, and we'll get into that a little bit more once we learn more and more about this repeated addition and our multiplication. But if you take a look here, we can add 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 4 times. Okay, so we want to make sure that it adds up. We have each one added 4 times, each box added 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. And then we can figure out our answer, which is 12. Okay, so if we took 3 plus 3, we know that is 6. 6 plus 3 more equals 9, and 9 plus 3 more equals 12. All right, who can take a look at this page and tell me what is the repeated addition sentence for this model? So take a look at this. We have some octopus in this box and some in this box. Let's take a second to count them up. And how many boxes do we have? All right, let's see. Can we either get that in the chat box, and let's have a friend tell us on the microphone as well. Oh, I see all those answers coming in the chat box. Great job. And like if we just do here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we want to add the number 6 2 times because we have 2 boxes and 6 octopus in each box. All right, I want you to watch me. So I have a few groups of scissors up here. So first I need to figure out how many groups I have. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so I have 4 groups. And how many scissors are in each group? So what I'm going to do is count each of the groups to make sure I have the same amount. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All right, so in each one of my groups, I have 3 scissors. Okay, so I know that I need to add the number 3 4 times. And that's because we have 4 groups, and in each group, there are 3 pairs of scissors. Okay, we're not even going to worry about solving that right now. We're just going to take a look here. All right, let's take a look at our puppies here. Okay, how many groups do we have? Let's see, 1, 2, 3. I see 3 boxes up here. So we have 3 groups. How many dogs are in each group? Let's take a look here. I have 1 in this group, 1 in this group, and 1 in this group. Okay, so We have 3 groups, 1 dog in each group. So I need to add the number 1 3 times because there is 1 dog in each group. All right, let's try these. Who can come on and tell me how many groups we have? Now, listen to the question. I want to know how many groups we have first. Okay, who can tell me how many groups? Ooh, I see lots of friends putting it in the chat box. And I have a volunteer. Oh, we do have 4 groups. You are correct. All right, now, how many do we have in each group? Remember, we want to count each group. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. All right, so I'm going to put the number 2 over here. So I know that each one of my groups has 2 in there. All right, so what number are we going to add up 4 times? You guys got it. I see it coming through in the chat box. 2. We need to add the number 2 4 times. All right, now, how can I figure out how to add these up? All right, well, let's see. We can do 2 plus 2, and we know that 2 plus 2 equals 4. Right? And then when we add this 2 to the 4, our answer is 6, and we have 1 more 2 to add. And then we know that our answer is 8. Okay? All right. This one is very similar because let's take a look. How many bananas do we have in each group? I'm counting the same number over and over and over again, right? We have 2 bananas in each group. So what number are we going to repeat? You guys got it. I see it coming through in the chat box. We're going to add the number 2. And how many times? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times because we have 5 groups of bananas. All right, friends. Who can tell me how much this equals? What is 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2? Ooh, look at all those volunteers, all right? Oh, thank you for telling me over the microphone that our answer is 10. Excellent job. All right, so we seem to be doing pretty well with these. So we're going to scoot on over to this page. It says to write a repeated addition equation to show the number of objects in each group. Then we have to find the total. All right, so let's see. We have 2 again. Oh my goodness, all of our groups are groups of 2. All right, so 2 plus 2 plus 2. All right, now remember we can break that down. 2 plus 2 equals 4, plus 2 more equals 6. All right, so we have 3 groups. How many are in each group, everybody? You got it. It's 2, and that equals 6. All right, friends, I want you to take a look at the next one. We have 4 groups. How many teddy bears are in each group? Oh, thank you for volunteering. We do have 3, so we need to add the number 3 4 times. And before I even add that up, I'm just going to put down that we have 4 groups of 3. So I don't forget what number I'm adding over and over and over again, my repeated addition sentence. All right, who thinks they can add this up? 3 plus 3, plus 3 more, plus 3 more. And if you're having a little trouble with the adding multiple numbers, just take a look at our groups here and add up or count all of your teddy bears up there. Can I have a volunteer tell me what our answer is? You guys got it. The answer is 12. All right, friends, we have an application problem that we're going to solve right now. Who would like to read our application problem? Oh, thank you for volunteering. Myra sorts her socks by color. She has 4 purple socks, 4 yellow socks, 4 pink socks, and 4 orange socks. All right, so we're going to use an RDW process. Okay, so we just read the problem. Okay, now we're going to draw a model. So I want you to take a minute and get out your crayons at home and a piece of paper and draw 4 purple socks, 4 yellow socks, 4 pink socks, and 4 orange socks. And then write that repeated addition equation to match and solve. Okay, so at this time I would give them a little independent time, a few minutes to solve this problem where they could draw out their picture with the socks, write the repeated addition sentence, and then solve the problem. And then we would come back together and we would discuss how they solved their problem and what they have as their answer. All right, friends, we are back together now after our application problem. I want you to show what you know. We're going to look at this one on the left-hand side first. Which of the following is a way to make 18 with 2 equal parts? Use your pulling tools, A, B, or C. At this point, I would give them about 30 to 40 seconds to use the pulling tool to come up with their answer. And then we would discuss, if everyone had it correct, we would discuss why it was correct. If we had some friends that weren't sure of the answer, I would go over and we would discuss that together as a group. Same for the next problem. What is the total number of bees shown above? And they would select their answer and we would discuss as well. And then I have down here in the box here, it says a bonus. In the chat box, write the repeated addition sentence or the multiplication sentence if they are advanced and they can show that. And then just a few more examples to show what you know. And I would take a pulse check just to be, all right, let's call a timeout. How are we doing? And I would also use those polling tools to help me, because sometimes someone might say that they got it, but they're still a little iffy on it. So I would use my data from those polling tools to see where they are. And I would ask them to be as honest as they could be with, hey, I got this. I'm on my way. I can even write the multiplication problem. I almost got it. I'm pretty good with the repeated addition, but sometimes I might add my groups together, add the amount of groups together instead of what is inside the groups, or see a thumbs down where they need a little more help. And this will help me to determine which breakout room they are going to go to, or if they're going to stay with me and work in a small group. So this would be their turn to go into the breakout room. My proficient students who are almost there think they have it. This is what they would see, write a repeated addition sentence, which is similar to what we just did. So they would just add up how many are in each group and then figure out the answer to each problem. For my friends who are really got it or a little more advanced in this area, they would have to draw another group and then write the repeated addition equation to match, and then also do the 5 groups of 4 and get their answer. And this is a way to prepare them for writing those multiplication sentences. Okay, same for here. This is also another advanced one to draw another set of what they need, another group. And this one down here also has to draw 2 more groups. And if some of my friends were having a little trouble and they weren't sure, I would bring them back to the previous slide, to the 2 slides ahead, and we would work on them together, and then they would go into the breakout room to see if they could solve on their own. Okay, so once I worked with this small group and have their data from what they were doing, I would also give them an exit ticket where this allows me to gauge how they are doing. And this is not differentiated like the breakout rooms would be, just so I can really see how they are doing with this topic. So this would be given to all of them, again, not differentiated, as opposed to the breakout rooms and working with me in a small group. And it will show me who needs more help in this area, and it will also show me who's proficient and who is advanced and who can take the next step and have a little more push and advancement in this area. Okay, and then once our lesson is over, I would have them log into Zern or whatever their corresponding program is to complete the lesson that goes along with that, just for a little backup and enrichment for the lesson. Thank you so much for taking your time to listen to my recorded lesson, and I hope to hear from you soon. Thank you.